Alright, AQR here again, Mr. Least from AQR. So we're going to be learning a little bit about annuities today. So an annuity, basically you have two types of investments. You have something called the lump sum investment, and then there's an annuity. An annuity is a financial product that accepts growing funds and then upon annuitization pays out regular payments to the investor. So it's as if I go ahead and make payments into this account for like the next 30, 40 years. And then I finally retire, and instead of giving me the lump sum of the money just all of a sudden, they just go ahead and make regular payments to me every month, so that way I can live off of that as if I'm working, but I'm not really working. This is basically money I worked for all my life, and it's already done, so now I'm getting my payments. So this right here is the difference between a lump sum and investment. This is lump sum right here. They started with $1,000, and then they just did the interest and let it ride. This right here is an annuity. So they start out with $200, then it gets a little bit of money. That's about 10%, because that's basically gone up like 10%. And then they add in a payment of $200, and then plus an extra 10%. Then another $200 plus another 10%, $200, then another 10% of that, and then $200, and then adding 10% to that. So eventually, if you take a look at these two, we start out like this. We start out with a curve that goes up this and keeps on going. Then this one right here, it's almost the same thing. And then they both cross about right there. So this graph is going to keep on going up even higher than the grain on this one. So even though this is exponential growth, or I should say this one's exponential growth, the growth rate is faster on the annuity, because we're adding money. And each time we add money, we add a little bit more to be that creates more interest. So we're going to take a look at how to go ahead and calculate annuity using the Tvm Calculator. So we already know that this uses 10% and it's annually, so we're going to use that in our calculations. And so we have number 5, explore the Tvm Calculator to determine the future value of $200 annuity over 5 years, and compare your answer to the known value 1,343.12. So the number that we have here should be what we're going to have over here. So let's talk about what we got right here. So we started out with N. So we have, this is an annuity, so our little n is equal to 1, and we have 5 years, so the t is equal to 5. So we're going to write down 5 times 1 right here. Okay, 5 times 1 for that. Then when this is a 10% annuity, our present value, we don't start with any present value, it's 0. We don't start with any money. Then our payment is negative 200. Now remember, on investments in annuities, the PV and the PMT are both negative. Future value, we'll find out for sure if that's equal to $1,343.12, and our N are both 1. So we're going to go ahead and start with this. Get the calculator. You know it well. To get into the Tvm Calculator, we hit Apps, choose Finance, choose Tvm Solver, and then we just add in our numbers. So 5 times 1, 10%. That stays at 0. Negative $200. Now the reason why we start this with the PV of 0 is because we don't have any money to put in the initial investment. Sometimes annuity will ask for something. We're going to find out what that is and do this. And then this part is very important. We have to set this to begin. If we don't set it to begin, we're not going to get our number. So we set that to begin. And then we go to this and do the alpha enter, and it's the exact same amount that we have from our graph. So $1,343.12, and that's how you use the Tvm Calculator. Now, just to go ahead and do one more example, let's do an annuity that compounds monthly. So we have a 5-year annuity Okay, so that's T. Compounds monthly. That earns 2% interest with an initial payment, which is a PV of, let's just say we put in an extra $200. This is just because if we have an initial payment. Most of the time we don't. We don't have any initials. So this would usually be 0. And making a payment of $50 per month. We're just putting in $50 a month. And we want to know our future value. And finally, our PYPN, that's also 12. I'm not gonna worry about that. So I'm gonna put this into the calculator. 5 times 12 at 2% interest, and PV is $200. We're putting in as an initial, and the payment is going to be negative $50. Really should put negative right there. I'm going to find that out. This is both 12. So then we go alpha, enter. And you can see in only 5 years we got $3,378.64. That's our FV. And you can see it's quite easy to go ahead and do this. Make sure that that this is always set to begin. Otherwise you're going to end up with problems. See ya.